Thorne walks into the classroom. Bruno immediately tells him to do his homework, but Thorne doesn't want to. He looks down, visibly upset. So much so, he skips lunch altogether. Later during recess, Bruno tries to bully him again, this time by forcing him to block a powerful football kick. Elsewhere, the school's most brilliant student, Mimi, is quietly drawing. She watches it all unfold. After break, Bruno returns with an annoyed face. He tells Thorne to carry a heavy stack of books. Thorne loses balance and the books scatter across the floor. Mimi watches from a distance, and it bothers her deeply. That night, Mimi sits in her room, working on her comics. She keeps thinking about what happened at school. Why does Bruno always go after Thorne? She wonders. Determined, she begins sketching again, creating a new comic. The next day in class, Mimi raises her paw. She asks the teacher for permission to share something on the projector. Her comic shows everything from the day before. Bruno bullying Thorne, the unfairness, the pain. The presentation is stunning. The whole class goes quiet. Everyone realizes Bruno was in the wrong. Thorne did nothing to deserve it. After school, Bruno sees Thorne alone in the hallway. This time he walks beside him but doesn't say a word. Thorne quietly thanks Mimi, and that's how the school day ends. The next day, Bruno starts bullying Thorne again. But this time, Mimi is also present. Without hesitation, Mimi pulls out a distorted drawing of Bruno from her comic and uses it to turn the embarrassment back on him. The tables turn. This time, it's Bruno who feels humiliated. Then school vacation begins. Everyone winds up their last class and the school becomes completely empty. 3 months later, during Kindness Week, a school gathering is held. Bruno goes to use the bathroom and finds a prank poster of himself stuck on the door. Clearly, someone is still messing with him. Mimi walks into the art class, but everything is packed up. No supplies, no sketches, nothing. Meanwhile, Thorne enters the classroom. He suddenly senses something strange, like someone is watching him. He looks around. Last time, the hallway walls were clean. Now, they're covered in pages from Mimi's comics. Outside the bathroom, Bruno stands in shock, visibly upset and disturbed. Thorne walks into the principal's office and notices something chilling. His photo on the wall has a red X drawn across it. On her way back from the art room, Mimi finds a box made from torn comic pages. Someone had vandalized her work, mocked it. Back at the bathroom, Bruno leaves a handwritten note for whoever put up his poster. Why are you doing this? In the final moment, all three, Thorne, Mimi, and Bruno, run out of the school in fear.
Bruno is standing in front of a mirror, holding his prank poster. One day, he decides to start an online gym through his laptop. He fills out the gym registration form, and soon, he's lifting weights and doing boxing, training super hard. After days of intense workouts, he looks at himself in the mirror. He's transformed into a bodybuilder. Now, he's even teaching a little rabbit how to exercise. Meanwhile, Minnie gets a message from a contractor who wants to contact her. She prepares a sample of her artwork and spends the entire night working on it until it's perfect. She finally emails the completed art to the contractor. He replies, inviting her for a meeting. When they meet, he absolutely loves Minnie's work. She even creates a poster of Thorny for him and gets paid for it. Then comes Thorny's big day. He's standing on stage, ready to perform. He walks past the cheering audience toward his piano, completely fired up with passion. As he begins to play and sing, he pours his whole heart into the performance. By the end, he's overwhelmed with emotion and starts to cry. The audience, moved by his feelings, also becomes emotional, and some of them start crying too.